And here we go.
So we're live and Zippy's not ready. A little bit confusing here. They call there's an issue, then they say that it's fine. I guess we're live then.
I guess.
Live means live. I mean, they didn't call a pause, so technically it is. Well, it's hard to call a pause on the first start, but.
Okay. Where are we? It's 3v2 on DF.
Well, we got Purpoise and Jungle trying to push forward. Milk getting caught off in suicide by Daimler. Daimler is getting caught off by Jungle. It was a chain of being shot in the back.
No, it's just Lego Racer left pushing server and dropping Porpoise.
Lizard complaining about being confused about the live not live thing. Well, we will see if Renraku is trying to push for a restart here. I personally think that if no pause is called and there is a technical issue and Zippy is not prompting for a pause, we should keep going.
Yeah, it seems Zippy's got it fixed on his end, so I think the round goes on.
The problem is that usually I'm not in a position of being the admin, so making the call is a little bit different as to having a dedicated admin to these things, just sitting there to figure it out. That being said, we're going to see some action probably going into server with such sheer force here. 3 people holding server on Renraku's side, just catching Zippy in a crossfire.
Lego Racer getting in a firefight in office.
Majestic just sitting behind the paper while they're getting Lizard and just pushes out. Daimler not ready for the sheer speed of that push. But it doesn't matter. Rusher heard the firefight going on, catching Majestic, and now it's down to Jungle to take out 3 people. Well, Jungle doesn't have to do much. He's just standing there in the middle of the open, cloaked in the light. Rusher being shot down here. Starbuck in a coma, trying to lay on some pressure here. Jungle, of course, getting more creative instead of just pushing into his hands, is pushing back into the snake where Lego Racer tried to flank.
Yeah, Jungle's just a one-man army at this point. Now he's at 85 health against a 29 health Assault.
This is gonna get really scary here for Starbuck in a coma because he moves right into Jungle's line of sight. A 1v3 completely turned around for the F's favor simply because Jungle once again is going ham. Just how many kills is going to get on this board in this map? He is 9-0 right now. 2 points of that being round wins, and the other 7 probably through kills. Well, they still don't opt for a recon on Renraku's side here. Lizard playing the supportive role as everyone else is just playing Assault. Jungle as a recon is still the scariest thing to read. The event being put into play immediately by his end.
Lizard and Daimler pushing him through small construction. And it looks like Lizard got skiffed by that grenade, only having 3 health left.
With how close that grenade exploded, I kind of assumed that he would just go down and fold.
But no, he has 3 health, which means that literally a Milso could take him down.
Well, there's Sippy in the game and Jungle in the game, Purpose in the game. 3 people against 2 people right here, and the only person that has a very solid chance of getting somewhere is Starbuck in a coma. The problem is this line of sight is kind of obscured here by the smoke that Lizard has put down. I don't think that was one of the better ideas. Not that it matters because
Oh, and Starbuck is the first kill on jungle in this map. Now he has Porpoise and Zippy to contend with, and Zippy takes him down.
Starbuck's so focused on Purpoise hearing the gunshots from the construction entrance from the office, focusing on that, while Zippy just manages to come up from behind and do the flank. Similar style of flanking like he did on Daimler and Lizard in Threat Plate, where Daimler was just fully focused on the basement at the time. Well, I'm starting to shift into the belief that Renraku is going to have a really hard time to follow up with these rounds here. Rusher has the right idea though, taking down Majestic, but at a high price. Like Eraser's well-placed grenade getting Zippy, so that means one flanking entity is going to be out of play for a while. But the moment I say flank, jungle comes up. What were we going to say? I'm sorry.
I was about to make the call on jungle getting Rusher.
Yeah, that's just funny because the moment I said about the flanking situation, jungle came up from behind from their spawn and shot I forgot who. I think Rusher in the back? Yeah, Rusher. Oh. A little bit of a hiccup here as jungle and Starbuck take a solid second to start firing at each other in the snake. Lizard catches jungle to finally put an end to the rain, getting the first round on their belt. Seems like 2 recons might be a good idea here. Recons in general probably are a wise choice to make. And it seems like jungle is actually ditching the recon, playing assault. As a sergeant, that means you could get can get an MX, which might not be too bad of an idea. Well, we have about a similar entry like last round, with Rusher and Lego Racer getting the first kills. But it seems like Lizard is...
Oh, I watched that. Lego Racer tried to throw the frag down Spiral, but it didn't fall down, and he inadvertently paid the price for that.
That was probably a pretty strong blow on the team's morale here. They're gonna have to face Majestic, who is reconning it up pretty openly on the stairs here towards Suicide, but taking the vents instead.
Majestic has the health and mobility advantage.
Yeah.
Daimler just holding the cap on roof.
Interesting choice to go for here. Yeah, I think they might just... Well, I really hope they don't do it, but they might just play defensive for the next minute and 10 seconds here, waiting for the barrel to line up with Majestic pushing in somewhere, but of course I don't hope for that.
Yeah, it seems like they're going to be holding. I'll be right back.
Yep. Well, Daimler is starting to get a move on, slowly pushing down. I am not sure what's going on. I think Majestic is waiting for someone to pick up the ghost, and Daimler even like peeking into the vent is really not interested in getting further, or maybe he is. He seems a little bit unsure. It seems like he's not too sure if he's going to push the vent or if he's going to go into the server as a whole, but he has to do something here. Majestic is not moving at all, just sitting there. And now, there we go. He's trying to push out of the vent. He is not able to pull it off. The time will not be enough anyway. The ghost being picked up so late that all we get is a tie. And maybe it's for the better. Because honestly, with the position that Renraku had, it could have gone really, really south if Majestic would have come out of the vent to catch him off guard. Alright. Looking at the team composition, it still seems like the recons are going to stay there. Zippy following up as a recon of the face planting into Daimler, quick at the choke. Well, the recons are really like in their faces right now. But this is what I'm talking about. They need the trades. Renraku really needs these trades, and it seems like they're actually getting them this time. But then there's Jungle, and Jungle is just known from coming from positions at speedy fashion that usually would be considered a flank or just a way to open field. Down the Lizard with the shotgun, instantly dropping down on Porpoise, blasting off their body. Milk and Jungle on the go in a construction close to Lizard's position. Lizard's trying to go for the cheeky strat here, jumping from the stairs up on the bar here. Trying to figure out how to get a drop on them with the death pat maybe. Oh, they're getting into their faces. Jungle now getting in a direct engagement with Lizard, who's to have dropped down at an inopportune time. A little bit longer, and he may have gotten the drop on him. Fully stacked on the F, 5 assaults, no recons, no supports, and it seems like Renraku's doing the same thing. No more recons here. 2 supports instead under their name. Everybody trying to like take away a little bit of that speed, trying to not face plant into each other wildly, trying to like get the firepower with speed. Suicide just popped off. Zippy and Jungle here taking absolute control. Milk and Majestic following up. Very one-sided here. 1 versus 5. Lego Racer's going to have a lot to work here. 1 down and 4 more to go. Full HP, he might be able to still get 1 or 2 more frags, but it's going to be really, really hard to ace this entire round.
Sorry about that, I'm back now.
It's all good. Jungle has the right idea here, as he's picking up the ghost. He only has 1 target to look for, so that's definitely going to make it easier for the rest of his team to figure it out. Lego Racer, though, he really is not going to go down without a fight. Doing his best to hold the stairs, hold his position here, prevent a cap, but he's just falling back, getting stuck on the weird airship spot here. I'm not too sure if it's a good idea to sit behind that vent box, because if you let that enemy slip by with a ghost, the cap is inevitable. He seems to realize he's pushing against him, instead forfeiting the round to a normal round loss for him. 5 rounds for
at that spot, Zippy pushed paper, and that's something you gotta look out for when you're playing roof.
Yeah, for sure. Not to mention that the ghost carrier was in front of him, so if Zippy would have focused on him and said that he would have looked away, that ghost probably would have made it to the cap. There was only a small window for him to get past. Well, that being said, it seems like Majestic is back on recon, and they added Daimler and Lizard. Both teams seem to be in a mutual understanding that recons in certain rounds should just not exist, and in other rounds needs to be brought out once again. Suicide turning out to be actual suicide for 3 people here. 3 names being taken in rapid trading succession. Milk finishes the job here.
Finishes it with collateral.
I mean, the best part about it is that Milk finished the job just to have Lego Racer follow up to take him after he finished his work. I generally ended up being a little bit confused here, wondering who won or what exactly happened. Taking a moment to realize that generalized DF. Well, it seems like we got two people in the elevator shafts here on Renraku's side, trying to seize the stairs towards the front. And you can see Zippy just bouncing in, getting Rusher, but it's not enough. Jungle is just toying with Domler here. He doesn't realize that Domler's fallen back as far as he has, and Domler doesn't even seem to realize that nobody was downstairs yet.
Corp is now pushing through small construction and going towards roof to cap.
Yep, Starbuck and Akoma will not be able to stop this, and Majestic for some reason still decides it's a good reason to take him out just in case, but I'm pretty sure the cap would have been possible.
He would have been too slow to stop it, but he might have got a few picks from stairs if he went the other direction.
Well, Renraku's once again ditching the recons. They're trying to get the worst case out of the way, trying to still somehow clutch on. Once again, two supports on the board. They seem to swap between speed and just buff power round for round here. And they actually managed to take out Jungle first, so this might be a strong blow and a good way for them to catch a second round. Jungle definitely is their MVP at the current moment. 29 points, once again almost close to the 30 for the match. After killing But Zippy's not having it. He's trying to stand up for DF here. 2 kills. Rusher once again taking out Zippy instead. He's working his way through everybody's top scorer right now as we speak. As he takes Purpoise, it may not be the third best, but it's definitely a strong player to take out. 2 more kills, and he's gonna have an ace under his belt. Milk definitely is a good candidate to be running into the barrel here, but
Majestic gets him through the vent.
Yeah, Majestic ends the rain.
Now it's all down to Ghost Lizard to try and somehow clutch this game, but
it seems like Lizard really doesn't want to clutch out this game. I think he really doesn't care about clutching out this game. I think this straight up was a forfeit. More like I'm done. Yeah, I think he's just forfeiting. He's disconnecting. He's done with the rounds. Done with the game. Rode the Deep Frog. Wins the second map. A single round under the belt for Renraku here. Kind of unfortunate way to go, but here we are.